How are you, Paul? I gave you a bum steer with that email because I said that the song was in the key of E. It's actually in the key of G. It's just that I've played this song a few times in bands and we've always played it in the key of E. So I forgot that the original was in the key of G. So we have to relearn the song, but only in terms of the notes. Like the rhythm is obviously still the same. So anyway, I'll go through the song and hopefully I'll be able to explain it to you properly and you'll be on your way. Okay mate, so the way I learnt the song was I learnt the version, the Matt Taylor version that came out in 1973, the single version. But there's some live versions that Chain do that are on the internet or on various albums. And the bass line is slightly different between both versions, but only really in the bridge part. The verses are still played exactly the same. So if I can just go through that briefly. First of all, the notes. Where the first note's going to be a G note, which is 3rd fret of the E string. The next note is going to be 1st fret of the A string, which is called a B flat. And the next note is going to be a C, which is 3rd fret of the A string. Okay, so it's alright, which is also the start of Smoke on the Water. Anyway, but that's for another video. Anyway, so okay, so the verses are just those 3 notes. In terms of fingering, the way I finger it, I'll tell you how I finger it, but basically you just do what's comfortable for you. But what I do, I use the middle finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, and then I use my pointer to play the B flat note, 1st fret of the A string, and my little finger, because I can't be stuffed stretching my hand out, on the C note, the 3rd fret of the A string, the C note. So it's like this. And in terms of the rhythm of the song, it's the right hand is just that finger playing that rhythm. And when I go to play on the A string, my thumb comes down and rests on the E string, like we've talked about before. So that thumb deadens that E string while I'm playing on the A string. And when I come back to the E string, it's because I'm changing. I'll demonstrate. I'm lifting my finger off that C note, so that's stopping the string from vibrating anyway, because I've got nothing on my right hand can deaden the string, so I'm doing it all with my left hand. It's actually the releasing of my little finger and probably the cupping of my middle finger, cupping the fretboard, deadens that A string from vibrating. So that's how you'll get a clean sound playing this song. Okay, so they're the notes, that's the rhythm. Let's have a go at playing the song.
Well, I remember when I was young, the world had just begun and I was happy. I used to wonder about the earth and how it moved around the sun so snappy. Imagination go wild makes a very backward child, they told me. So back at school
verses, now here comes the bridge.
Sometimes I think about it. It happens every day. I should think of the present, 'cause the present's now. Well, I remember when I was young, how I grip the temperature to the movies. To look up.
Okay, so now the verses for the Chain version and the Matt Taylor version are the same, exactly the same. The only difference is going to be when you get to that bridge part, which is the sometimes think about it. Okay, so the notes for that part, the guitar's going to be playing a C chord, so you play a C note on the bass, and then the guitar's going to go, it's going to go C, C sharp, D, so you just follow it on the bass. So, and the D note is 5th fret of the A string, so it just goes like this. Okay, C, C sharp, D. Now, in terms of playing that bridge, on that version, the guy's playing these hammer-ons. Sometimes think about it. And then to get, he does a little riff before he goes to the D chord. Now you don't have to do that because that's a bit complicated, and the Chain version doesn't do that, and I'll explain that in a second. I'll play the Chain version for you so you can see the difference. So yeah, he does this bit, and then he plays back to the verse. I remember when I was young. Now, you don't have to play all those little passing notes if you don't want to, but because basically when you listen to that song, he plays that bridge part differently. Every bridge he plays it differently, slightly different. He'll do if I can demonstrate.
I think about it. It happens every day. I should think of the present, 'cause the present's now. I remember when I was young, I had a secret love.
That one's pretty similar, but he sort of mucks around on the C a little bit. You know. Anyway, you don't have to do all that. That's just free forming. All you really need to know is that you're playing a C under the C chord of the guitar and a D under the D chord of the guitar. So if I do show you a Chain version. So this is a live version of Chain doing the song. Different intro, it's faster, but it's still in the same key and it's still playing the same rhythm.
Well, I remember when I was young, the world had just begun and I was happy, hey. I used to wonder about the earth and how it moved around the sun so snappy. Imagination gone wild makes the very backward child, that's what they told me. Back in school I'd sit around waiting for the sound so I could go out home. My mother, she was cold. Sometimes I think about it. You know what happens every day. I should think of the present, 'cause the present's now. I remember when I was young, one of the ones got you in the movie.
And he does a different run down back to the verse. So, you know, like I'm saying, you can do any run to get back to the verse because they're really only just passing notes. So you don't have to worry too much. Basically, you can play any notes in the key that you're in. You can play anything really to get back to where you want to go. But that kind of stuff is for later down the track. You just need to get the basics happening first. So anyway, back to that bridge. Instead of doing the stuff on the original recording, you can just hold the note. You don't have to worry about the hammer-ons or anything. You can do a little run up from the verse, which is just a run up on the A string, just going up each fret, and then so sometimes I think about it every day. I know I should believe it. You know, you can do that riff from the original version, which is just 2nd fret of the D string, just going up each fret till you get to the 5th fret. So it's, the actual notes are E, F, F sharp, G. You know, or you could do what this guy just did, just going from 5th fret to 3rd fret to 1st fret to open string to 3rd fret of the E string. You know, or you could just go, just do a run up on your E string. So it happens every day. No, I should believe it. There's a presence now. I remember when I was young. You do whatever you want. Those notes aren't important. The important bits are playing the rhythm in the verses and the right notes in the bridge, and that's the whole song.
Well, I remember when I was young, the world had just begun and I was happy. I used to wonder about the earth and how it moved around the sun so snappy. Imagination go wild makes a very backward child, they told me. So back at school I'd sit around just waiting for the sound so I could go home. Sometimes I think about it, it happens every day. I should think of the present, 'cause the present's now. Well, I remember when I was young, how one grip the touch into the movies. To look up, we light a smoke and we nearly choked, but we had a real good time. Growing old and then she get too far, save the jet and play a few wars. So I just sit there all day and let my mind decay some love. Sometimes I think about it, it happens every day. I should think of the present, 'cause the present's now. But I remember when I was young, I had a secret love never knew it. Well, I do tricks on my bike that never turned out right, I always blew it. And the day we had to part, I had a broken heart but couldn't let on. So I spent my holiday just thinking of the ways I must have gone wrong. Sometimes I think about it, it happens every day. I should think of the present, 'cause the present's now.
see how you go there. It's pretty straightforward, easy song. And also it's pretty similar to The Grange by ZZ Top. So same key, sort of same kind of thing. Yeah, sort of using the same notes. Anyway, just food for thought if you want to learn that song. That's a pretty easy one too. Still a kind of boogie kind of thing. Alright, cheers mate. Any hassles, give us a yell mate. Yeah, and I'll talk you through it. Cheers mate.